fake shit for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing videos with dog ears on our heads and augmented faces and stuff like that. So all that was a precursor. You know what I'm saying? We've been in a fake reality forever. You can't tell what's what. You know what I mean? We watch reality shows. Wasn't everybody just watching a show called Love Island? You know what I'm saying? These are scripted shows. What's the difference between that and AI? None of that shit is real.
I'm just gonna play the clip where he actually said it.
I don't know. They cheated on a commercial. Ronald Reagan loved tariffs, and they said he didn't. And I guess it was AI or something. They cheated badly. Canada got caught cheating on a commercial. Can you believe it? Yeah.
Doc, how you feel about AI?
I think you've given the same tools to the people that the government once used against us. The moon landing wasn't AI, but it was faked, in my opinion. So I think now you've given this same tool to people, and now we've gone from not knowing what to believe from the government to not knowing what to believe from anybody. I think the only time AI is out of control is when you use someone's like image and likeness to say something, to do something that they haven't done. I think some of those are getting out of control, but people making up whatever propaganda they want, that's what the government's been doing for years. So I mean, if you don't like it, you shouldn't have started.
Well, did you say the moon landing was faked?
Yeah,
for sure.
We ain't been to no moon, bro.
Yeah, totally. Fake.
What?
You think so? You never been to the moon?
Yeah, I don't think the moon landing was fake.
That's not
Why we
real.
ain't been back?
Right.
Because there's no need. I mean, we put like rovers on there. There's no interest. We got the flag on the moon. There's no need to go back.
And
We have stuff. We have stuff in space. We have like that's how like the internet works. We have like satellites up there.
you think you remember? So you said the internet. Do you know what the internet was when they landed on the moon? The internet was non-existent.
We have the internet now. Because we have satellites. Like we've been to space. We have stuff in space right now.
We have stuff in space, but we've in 60 years we haven't sent anybody back to the moon.
But there's no need to go
60
back to
plus.
There's no. The whole interest was winning the space race. We wanted to beat the Soviets. We wanted to get a man on the moon. We got a man on the moon, and then we did it. There's no need to do it again.
Ken is very good at this one, so I'll let Ken go ahead and get this one for you.
No, my question would be, when you looked at the rocket take off from Earth, look at all it took, the expulsion, look at how it needed to take off. When you looked at the moon landing, how did that take off? Like how did it lift up? You didn't see no fire, you didn't see nothing shoot down, how did it take off?
What?
How did it take off? How did
they
it
landed
leave?
on the moon? How did
they landed? How did it take off?
The moon still has gravity, though it has less gravity. How did they take off from the moon?
I'll look it up. I guess I don't.
The moon has a gravitational pull. Just because they give you this idea of you jumping 30 feet in the air, the moon still has gravity. If it takes so much to get off of the gravity of Earth, it takes no gravity. It takes nothing to get off the gravity of the moon.
Hold on. Let's not get too far off topic. Hey, Slim, I didn't think you were in the airport.
No, I'm in DC in the hotel, man. I was at a convention, but I'm good.
You know you ain't gonna see him after that Pittsburgh got shellacked like that.
Yeah, bro. Stop.
Boy,
hey,
like
but
that.
Hear me out. My nephew did what he can. That old dude in the quarterback slot, I got a problem with him. I always have. So it is what it is.
Oh no. Okay, so wait, no. The module that was on the moon, it went and rejoined the other, like the main. Brandon rejoined the main thing. That was like wasn't that far away. It didn't go all the way back to Earth. It rejoined like the main ship.
You believe that?
Yeah, I didn't think there were people that didn't believe in the moon landing.
Well, we're saying is all of the fossil fuels it took to propel you from Earth into orbit, you're saying it went and rejoined. How did they take off from the surface of the moon back into space?
The gas that like propels you.
Hold on, guys. We're gonna bring you back, Killers and Losers. We'll go into we'll do a whole. There's a lot of people, conspiracy theorists on the new party, so there's a lot of people that think that.
Okay, I'll come more prepared to combat moon landing conspiracy theories next time. I didn't think that was going to be one of the topics.
But Slim, this one for you.
Okay.
I got an MRI. It was perfect. Yep. I mean, I gave you the full results. We had an MRI, and in the perfect. Yeah.
Can you say one in particular?
You could ask the doctors. In fact, we have doctors traveling with us, but I think they gave you a very conclusive. Nobody has ever given you reports like I gave you. And if I didn't think it was going to be good, either I would let you know negatively, I wouldn't run, I'd do something. But the doctor said some of the best reports for the age, some of the best reports they've ever seen.
So, Slim, you're a major MAGA person, and a lot of MAGA people talked about Biden's health. Trump just got an MRI, and that's not a normal where you get just an annual physical. So is Trump health in question? Should we be worried? Should he leave the office?
Nope. I don't think we should ever be worried about Trump because he's a strong person. The fact that he took the MRI is the key because at the end of the day, Joe Biden didn't do nothing. He just was chilling. So we gonna always, like I said, we gonna always criticize my boy, and that's cool. But he should never leave office until his term is done. And I do hope he run for vice president.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's me, bro. Yeah. I'm MAGA all day long, bro.
Yeah, that's Trump defense force right there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm that dude. Yeah, I'm that dude. So whenever you're ready, let's go.
We gotta have one of them killers and losers. We actually got more than one. So don't worry.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget, 80 million people voted for that. So at the end of the day, we got more than two. He the man. He's still your president. You gotta love it.
He is. That's a bad thing for both of us. But yeah.
Oh, it's the great thing for both of us. Well, since you like to look up stuff, do me a favor. Look up Trump's accomplishments in his first term, and I bet you it'll blow your fucking mind.
Oh, there was nothing. Nothing showed up.
Oh, come on. I want me to send you the link. I got the link.
The only thing he did in his first term, he did the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
No.
Taxes for rich people.
Again,
pull it up. He wasn't very legislatively successful in his first term.
Again, pull it up and then read everything that the media did not tell you. That's why you don't understand. But I guarantee you, if you go through at least the first 40, you're going to be like, wow, I didn't even know he did that.
Okay, look at Biden's accomplishments then.
Oh, my God. What, stealing the election?
Okay, riddle me this. How come Trump won in 2016 when the Democrats controlled the presidency? He won in 2024 when the Democrats controlled the presidency. But 2020, when he was in office, is when it was rigged, right?
Right,
how does that make
for
sense?
COVID.
How did he allow it to get rigged? He was in office.
He didn't allow it to get rigged. They rigged it.
But
COVID was all planned. I don't even want to get on that, but COVID was planned. Trust me. I know you ain't going to believe it. It is what it is.
Are you vaccinated?
It is what it is. You ain't going to believe it. But when the truth comes out, because he is investigating that, and when the truth comes out, y'all going to all see. My thing was,
why like the Epstein list, won't it? It'll come out like the Epstein list.
See, here we go with the Epstein list. We back on the Epstein list. Okay,
I'm just saying. You said when it come out. I'm just saying when it come out.
Hey, at the end of the day, that Epstein list should drop because Joe Biden and Barack, all of them will be in trouble. See, that's the thing. Yeah. When the list did drop, it was 30,000 files, and y'all went through the names. Clinton, y'all went through all of them, but because you didn't see Donald J. Trump, it was a problem. The Epstein files ain't dropped, but it's 30,000 pages. Just because you ain't see the name you wanted to see on there doesn't mean the Epstein files ain't dropped.
I don't think you understand what happened.
I do understand what happened. I don't think you're aware of what happened.
Pam Bondi went and said that the list didn't exist. They didn't release a list.
There was 30,000 files that were released for the Epstein files. You mean to tell me that didn't happen? 30,000 files?
That was not the Epstein list. That was the list that Pam Bondi said.
Because again, Trump's name wasn't on it. If Trump's name was on that list, that would have been the list. You would have been happy.
But she didn't release the list.
30,000 files have been released. And there was Clinton.
List of names.
I got like 5 names on that list. 30,000. You just overlooked them and turned the page. That's all.
Why did Pam Bondi not release this? She said we have the list, and then she didn't. Then she's like, no, we don't anymore.
Okay, so let's get back to the cognitive test. Killers and losers. Do you think that Trump has a health issue?
I actually don't think that Trump has a health issue. I think it's kind of stupid when liberals talk about like they act like Trump is like in like deep cognitive decline and like health decline, because we've been saying this since 2016, and I mean, I don't think he's 80 or 79, but I don't think he's really, he seems to be fine. Like he never really knew anything about foreign policy or any real government stuff. So his knowledge hasn't really decreased. I think he's still, he knows what's going on. He's very tapped into like media and like pop culture. Like he knows. So I don't think there's any mental or physical decline really, besides like, I guess maybe the normal aging. I think, but I do think it's stupid that when people try and act like he's like has like severe dementia, I think it's it makes us look worse.
I'm gonna let Doc and Ken hear this and then let them respond.
The read of Walter Reed mentioned advanced medical imaging. Did you get an MRI? Can you tell us what
I
that
did.
was?
I got an MRI. It was perfect. Yeah.
Can you tell us
I mean,
what
I gave you the full results. We had an MRI, and in the machine, the whole thing,
Yeah.
and it was perfect. Yeah.
Can you say what in particular they were looking for?
You could ask the doctors.
Ken, what did you think of that? Does he slur his words?
Look, I will say this. I remember Trump from Home Alone. I remember Trump from Bobby Brown video when Bobby Brown had the song for the Ghostbuster soundtrack and Trump was in that shit. Trump was very bouncy. I will say this. In terms of how he presents, he has lost a step. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's really with age or whatever. But I'm 41 years old. Been watching that man for over 30 years, right? And I can say he's not as bouncy. Shit, he ain't as bouncy as he was in 2016. But when you're running for president and winning and losing, and look at Barack, like he went full gray. You know what I'm saying? So that is a very, that ain't like just running any kind of business. It's going to take its toll on you. So naturally so, you know what I mean? So that's not the Donald Trump from even 2015. I got to admit that.
Doc, what about you?
I don't think he's incompetent. I think we should stop voting for 80-year-old men to be the president. I mean, why we voting for somebody to lead this country who's not going to be in it very much longer? You know what I mean? Like, even if you take into account he'd be the oldest man alive, he'll live another 20, 30 years? Like, you know what I mean? And we let these 80-year-old dudes come and they could set up something that could have us fixing it for 100 years. And that's not a Trump thing. That's just mostly an age thing. I think that 80 is a little bit too old. I don't think he's any worse than anybody else. He's just old. You know what I mean?
Well, we're talking about age, but do the next president or any politician have to pretend to be poor? Because this guy could be your next president. He's getting a lot of backlash because they're saying he's lying about being poor.
So, it was also about paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling.
Oh, hell no.
And so I was out there kind of raising myself, turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
it's like the White Stack 5 story.
Come on. Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Bro. Are you talking about me?
Young YG.
YG,
But
man. I do it.
Every day in the backyard, just bouncing the basketball, throwing the ball against the wall until the ball is just like fraying, man. And your arms
Entertaining yourself.
Off. That's it. Whole thing. So just, and then, then this student that was shitty student is in the back with his head down, all of a sudden started throwing the baseball a little faster than everyone else. And started, make a few free throws because I was sitting there practicing 500 of them every damn night. And in high school, I look up in the stands, my dad's back up there.
Okay, dope.
And it's like, man. And then he's bringing his friends, and you're captain of the team, and you're like, geez, and it just saved me, and it got me into college.
So Gavin Newsom's father was a lawyer, supposedly for like some very rich people. And so they're trying to say that he's lying. He's trying to pretend like he's poor to connect to people. Ken, what do you think? You think that Gavin Newsom's lying?
First off, every president seems to be kind of blood tied to each other. So Gavin Newsom is the second cousin, twice removed from musician Joanna Newsom, and his aunt Barbara Newsom was married to Ron Pelosi, the brother-in-law of former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, right? So these people don't come out of nowhere. Your bloodline has to be linked to something. You just ain't coming off the street.
Hey, Ken, Ken,
Yeah.
real quick, to your point, don't forget, Trump is the only president don't have bloodlines tied. Keep that in mind. But go ahead.
Don't make me dig into you.
Yeah, I want you to. I want you to. Please. Please do. Please. He's the only one that didn't have slaves either. Look it up.
Oh, that is true.
Please. I know you don't. Look it up. Because it's Trump. That's why you don't believe it. It is what it is.
Well, okay. Well, the problem with that is what when you look at the etymology of Trump, what's the real name? What's his grandfather's real name?
I don't know. Tell me.
I'm asking you, what's the grandfather?
I have no clue. Educate me. What's up?
Get back to me on that. Because you brought it to me, right? But
I will get back. I'm gonna text you after the show. I promise.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom, that claim right there, the reason why this works because who he's talking to, right? So it's important to always have this I got it from the mud story. I come from rags to riches shit, right? That's the same play. It's equivalent to Hillary Clinton bringing out hot sauce, right? It's important when you're in an urban environment to make it seem like shit was harder for you than what it is and act as if you're not selected. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Slim, Trump's uncle, John G. Trump, was a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and he was a respected electrical engineer with expertise in high voltage equipment who was tasked to analyze Nikola Tesla's files. So Trump's uncle is connected to Nikola Tesla. He was working with the government, so he does have some blood ties to people powerful.
And that's crazy because if you really look into the history of Nikola Tesla, he basically found energy, and you got to understand, like, the reason I make money on energy today is because we supposed to actually have free electricity. A lot of people don't know that. You see what I'm saying? But Nikola Tesla was the one that discovered it, but the government kind of backed him down. And then Benjamin Franklin was like, how can we make money off of this? So now if you notice, the whole thing of electricity is all about Ben Franklin. But really, Nikola Tesla is the one that basically brought it out. He's the AC/DC dude.
Yeah. So, Doc, what you think about it?
Nikola Tesla and Ben Franklin?
Well, no, Ben Franklin was the dude that says, okay, instead of giving the electricity to the people, we can make money off of the electricity.
Thomas Edison.
You're saying he took that?
I'm sorry, Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison.
Okay,
Thomas Edison. So in our history, we basically think that Thomas Edison is the one that discovered electricity when it's really Nikola Tesla. It's Tesla that discovered it. Right. He's the reason we got Wi-Fi, just to be real with you.
Doc, what you think about the whole situation?
I'm surprised Gavin Newsom ain't get up there and had his hair braided like Will Ferrell on Get Hard. Cause that's what he sound like. You feel me? Like he and they trying to relate. Like, bro, the most relatable thing you could do is be yourself. Like, right. And that isn't to say like he might not have had some hardships or he might not have had some things that were difficult in his life and he could have tapped into that. Bro, here trying to talk about the Wonder Bread with some dudes who probably grew up dead, broken, poor, ramen noodle poor. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you don't have to be poor. I don't want the poor. I might not always want the poor dude to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it just depends. Like, it just be weird to me when they get in a room full of black people, how they got to act like they poor.
And if somebody can look up how much money Newsom made off of the mask during COVID-19, please do that for me because they made a lot of money off of those masks. Look that up.
What? I'll look it up.
Yeah, please.
Somebody says the first off, Ryan, I got locks. Your mama retwisted them for me. You know what I'm saying? That's most importantly. And secondly, I'm biracial, brother. Give me a break. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
What is the name of this guy, the Trump supporter guy? There's no name on here.
Slim.
85 Slim.
Slim, what do you think about Trump's corruption in office? How much money he's made off his crypto coin?
He made money off the crypto coin. What do you mean?
He's getting
How does it affect you? How does it affect you?
How does Gavin Newsom, because the government, the office of the presidency has been bought and sold. He's getting sent.
So you're
More
you're
spending
you're
and
in
bribes.
support of Gavin Newsom, the guy who believes a man can have a child, the guys who basically putting men that's identified as women in prison in his fucking state. This guy, you
What?
think he would win the presidency? Really? He's a
Well,
piece of shit.
no, I'm asking about Trump's getting sent bribes on a network that no one can trace for his crypto coin. He's made billions of dollars off of this. I mean, is this something?
Okay, again, when it comes to crypto, I'm going to ask you again, how does it affect you?
Because the presidency being bought and sold affects everyone. It influences his decisions. He might go like if Elon Musk sends him $100 million on his fucking Trump coin, and he's
Okay.
like, okay, now I'm gonna increase subsidies for SpaceX. He's influencing his decisions off of being bribed, essentially. I mean,
Okay,
that's how.
so all right, so let me
How does
ask you
corruption
this.
affect anyone? Do you want
Let
corruption?
me ask you this. If we could look at crypto and we can say that, that's fine. But we have to look at Pelosi and the stock market scenario of getting the information before the normal people. Is
Yeah,
that corruption?
I agree with that. But can you
Okay.
accept that Trump's corruption is also bad?
If we want to talk about Coinbase and Bitcoin, yeah, if it affects you that much, yeah, it's bad. My bad.
Is corruption a bad thing?
Corruption in general is bad, but
But
crypto?
not for Trump.
Crypto? Give me something else. Give me something else as far as corruption. Don't bring in crypto.
Okay, he's going and he's selling his like Trump watches and Trump like what he's like selling merchandise from the presidency. You're not supposed to do
If that's
that.
the case, you're mad at the hotels he have. If that's the case, you're mad at the
No.
businessman he's been all these years. If that's the case, you're just mad at Trump. Let's just be
You're not
honest.
supposed to do this, but would you be chill if Obama was doing this? If Biden was selling his shoes?
Obama? Don't bring him up ever again. Not in history, please. I appreciate you, but just don't bring up that nigga at all. Thank you, because he is definitely not my president, and he never will be.
Killers and losers, are you of the mindset that these other people aren't corrupt and aren't taking money and aren't taking bribes and that they haven't made backdoor deals to increase their financial gains as well? I think Trump has, and I think some of the upside. So I think they all do it, and I think the kind of the only difference for Trump is he was a business before he became the president. I think their business came from politics. So they parlayed politics into their business. He became a businessman who put his business into politics, in vice versa, in reverse, is my only opinion.
No, I think there is a lot of corruption on both sides, yeah. But there's no one that's ever been as blatant and corrupt as Trump has. I mean,
give me something else. You can't use the crypto and say that statement. That's it.
I moved on to his he accepted a $400 million jet from Qatar.
Qatar, yeah. And Slim, to answer your question, Gavin Newsom didn't make any money selling masks.
Really?
The state of California wired nearly $457 million repayment to Blue Flame, a medical company, and that was pretty much it. But,
okay, Blue Flame, the medical company. Okay, now you got to do your research on that. Keep in mind, it's a lot of shit that they do.
Slim, do you read the news?
So when no, I don't fuck with the news. So that's why you poison. That's why y'all Democrats, because y'all fuck with the news.
Like, we're having a conversation, but you're not like living in reality.
No, I am in reality. The reality is, go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry.
Wait, so do you believe what you're seeing on the news is real?
Yeah. Wait, what
my
else do you get information?
I'm about to be out.
Where did you guys get your information from? I read like
Killers and Losers. I think what they're saying is the same people that you're talking about, Trump and these guys, they own most of these news outlets that you would be saying you get your information from. So what they're saying is
you're privately owned.
Is that the only source for you that you're getting your information
from?
No,
New York Times. I like the Atlantic. I go on Apple News, and Apple News has a bunch of different news sources on there. You get a wide variety of perspectives.
Yo, Gray, read the chat. See what the insider got paid on the mask. I just want you to see that.
Most of the news in this country is monopolized by the same group. It's a small group. I think you should look into that. Like these people who own the news groups, there's a small group who probably owns 70% of the news outlets in this country.
Bingo.
That's ESPN, that's C-SPAN, that's all of that. They own all of the. They own the network that allows you to put this on TV.
Yes, sir.
Where do you get your news from then?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we just can't even believe all of what we see on the news. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're giving him flack for do you watch the news, but even everything on the news, you can't, you know, you got to disseminate a lot from a lot of stuff.
But there's no other, like, the journalism is there's standards in journalism. Like,
All right, Killer, I got a question for you, Kill. Since you watch the news, did you get a vaccine shot?
I
did the vaccine shot?
I did.
Yeah, you sound like you did. Why?
Because I'm not an idiot.
Okay, so if somebody basically, all right, so hear me out. So basically, you're trusting something that was just created because the government told you to put it in your body. That's basically what you're saying. Remember, this is a new vaccine. So 10 years, if you lose fingers, this is what's going to be happening.
Do you trust Trump?
No, I trust Trump because he fights for the people.
These are Trump's vaccines. Trump did Operation Warp Speed. Trump gave
no. Trump said, you're right. Trump said Warp Speed, but the Democrats mandated it. It's different. He didn't mandate it. He didn't. People were losing their jobs because they didn't take the shot. Trump didn't do that.
Yes, he does. Look it up. Trump gets his booster shot every time. Trump loves vaccines.
Yeah, you watch the news for real. Like, all right, you be on the news for. I'm gonna pray for you, bro. For real,
guys. Time out. Okay, Killers and Losers, you definitely good. We definitely gonna have to bring you back. We're gonna play a funny clip. You guys tell me what y'all think of this.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included.
That was Cam Newton getting in a fight with a mascot. Do y'all feel like that was ridiculous? Do y'all feel like that was too far? Doc, I'll go to you first.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but it was too far because like it was live on air. So like if you go watch the other video, you can hear Cam Newton like, yo, you better quit playing with me, get the fuck away from me. And you can hear his mic is queued up, and you can hear it like at all parties. Luckily, Ryan Clark stepped in and was kind of like walked the mascot off, like because the mascot was gonna keep going. Yo, Cam Newton, a big dude. You seen at one of the football camps, some dudes try to fight Cam Newton. He ragdolled about 3 or 4 of them. You feel me? Yeah. So I see him showing a lot of restraint for this mascot. This mascot looked like he bought $150 in that costume. Cam Newton probably would have suplexed and powerbombed them through that stadium. So yeah, they gotta chill out. They should have somebody. It was nobody else to step in. Like, yo, nobody stepping in and grabbing the mascot is crazy.
For sure.
Hey, Killer, hold on. I got a question for Killer. Just real quick. I just gotta ask him. It's so important. All right, Killer, do you believe that human beings are allergic to certain things?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can explain to me how this one shot is for everybody.